Shout out to that cop. She was really nice.
What was the registration, like $100 or something?
$70.
I thought I was gonna say 80, roughly.
I was like, damn. I thought the sticker on the car, that's inspection. That's not registration. Yo, I was getting flustered because I use like the Geico app for like my insurance and shit. Like I don't have a physical insurance card. I ain't have the login. Had to call somebody like I need a login.
Oh, you was getting nervous and shit. You couldn't even remember shit.
No.
What's my fucking name? Oh, it's in my wallet. It's in my ID.
and then like she was like, you gonna purchase your new registration right here and now. I was like, damn, what if I had the money on me? Thank God I did. But then my debit card wouldn't go through. The fucking auto pay wasn't working. I had to enter that shit manually. I did that shit 3 different times. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm getting mad flustered. She was like, I didn't pull you over for any traffic violations or anything like that. I was like, why you pull me over? I read your plates, so you just reading random plates? Why? You bored?
Hold up. Behind the scenes, that's what that shit be.
That's just straight boredom.
They literally be saying, going off of like statistics and shit. Based off of statistics, this amount of people don't be having a registration. So you need to meet this type of quota. And if you ain't meet this quota in this amount of time, then you need to get some tickets.
Man, that's $70.
That's literally how it goes. Because the shit goes to the city.
I don't disagree. But then... Oh.
But think about how much you would have had to spend if she gave you the ticket for not having it.
She wasn't going to give me a ticket. She was going to tow my shit.
That would
So you still would have got a ticket, and she would have had to tow it, because in order for her to tow it, she had to ticket it.
You realize I was literally around the corner from your house?
Oof.
Like, I got down here. I left where I was at 9. No, when I texted her, like at 9:10, got here 9:29. I could have got pulled me over for speeding, texting, no seatbelt. No. Somebody decided to read my license plate. You know what? I thank God it was just that. Because it could have been way more worse.
Absolutely. Shout out to the police officer.
Yeah. You got music?
You started recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never like...
This whole time, that's crazy.
Oh.
Girl, give me that. You ain't even never tell me if you heard that song before.
I did. I kept looking at you like I know that song.
Hello. It's alright, because we're going to have a quality product at the end of the day. Alright, back to question. How many holes do a straw have?
With the paper or without the paper?
Just a straw, a regular ass straw, any straw.
With the paper on it or without the paper?
No paper on it.
Is it a straw when the paper is on it? Or is it only a straw when the paper is on it?
Nigga, what?
I'm serious, because if you're talking about... Didn't I tell you this how to get in the club, Gigi, earlier?
Yeah.
Listen. Look. If you got a straw in your hand right now and it's still sealed in the paper, right?
Uh-huh.
That's considered a straw. Is it not?
Okay, a open straw.
See?
A plastic or regular ass
Now we
straw.
getting somewhere.
Fuck you.
Now we getting somewhere. Okay.
How many holes do a straw have?
Okay. Talking about like You said plastic, not paper.
I
So
said
this is not
one.
biodegradable, right?
There's one hole. I think there's one hole.
You got one hole.
Yeah.
Okay. How many holes you got?
Okay, what context of a hole are you talking about? You mean like a whole straw or like a hole in the straw?
A hole in the straw. How many holes do a straw have?
Okay. The whole straw, one.
We're about to fight, yo. Dead ass.
The whole straw, that's one hole. Then you got two holes. Two holes.
Can you explain it again?
Because that's the pathway of the hole. So you got the entry of the hole and the exit of the hole is still one hole. But the way I'm on it, it's a whole straw in one hole. I got more holes than that when it comes to the straw, because if you rip off the paper on that junk, that's another hole.
What are you talking about?
So now we don't know about papers that be on the straws. We don't now I invented paper coming on the straws.
Wait.
See, we need to talk about these. We need to be okay. How much percentage are these straws plastic?
Why does that matter?
Is it biodegradable?
Who cares?
Because the earth matters. Holes in the biodegradable joints, when it's in water long enough, a hole definitely might pop up in the side of that joint. Because you already know they being proactive, actively trying to like save the earth, contribute to, not less plastic being randomly into the
I wish I could see my face. I wish I could see Gigi face. She gave
What's
up.
wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Gigi?
I just wanted you to just answer the question.
I'm just having fun, Gigi.
I know. It was like, like that GIF where you just start looking and there's like mad equations in the air. That's what it is like. You start talking, they're just like the one hole, and then there's just two holes, and you're like hole, and there's like the whole holes, and I was like,
down a rabbit
where
hole.
all the holes at? Where the holes at?
Where the holes at?
I just said that to somebody. Yo, how active are y'all in the I did in my comics.
Holes?
No,
or holes?
This chick said something on Instagram, and I said, she said something like relatively close to being like like one of them city girl type chicks, and
like F you pay me.
One of those city girls type chicks.
The whole thing, everything that comes along, whatever you wanna. I'll just let the listeners or whoever can hear me
use their own narrative on what a city girl is.
What a city girl is.
Okay,
What is a city girl though?
That's what I was like. I wanted you to. I don't know. I was when I was giving you words, I was adding words so I can get a better understanding of the city girls. Like I don't listen to them like that for me to just say, oh, like. So when I use those, these are the things that I can think. You know what I'm associating it to? No,
could be.
It relative. I watched rap shit on HBO, which is kind of like a play on. I want to say that's they, maybe not. Don't quote me, y'all. But I don't know. They talking about like scamming and stuff like that. Is that?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
You know what it is. You don't need to. I don't listen to city girls either. Okay. Right? You gotta. Like I said,
they sound like real hardcore hood rat
bitches.
Yeah.
No. So okay, is it because what they sound like or what they're saying?
Both. And the way they present themselves.
Okay, so see, that's the thing is that like when you say that, but then you also understand that they like nice things. So they're actually proactively looking for men who have money. So regardless of what they sound like, there are men that are still willing to pay them. That's basically why they've created this whole type of movement. Is that like you just gotta be a bad bitch and niggas are going to pay to keep up with your bad bitch.
Is this the
Your
next
bad
version
bitchness.
of Hot Girl Summer?
Is this a wait? The city girls are old. Like they're not. What do you mean?
I feel like I know that they're old. Like I understand that they've been around.
Yeah,
But
sorry,
now-
not old, but yeah, but they've been around. But go ahead.
But I feel like nowadays, girls are like I'm a city girl. Like how it was like Hot Girl
But
Summer.
what girls are saying that, Greg?
I don't know.
Are women saying that? Because I'm not saying that.
Gigi, you not women.
What am I?
You're a woman.
Okay. I respect that. That was a good save. I was really safe. I think
What,
I
you
even
nigga?
started getting like chest pains. Like I didn't know if it was I didn't know what was happening. I almost caught an anxiety attack.
I'm not talking about. Of course, you don't call yourself a city girl. If you call yourself a city girl, I would die laughing. You would never hear the end of it from me.
I mean,
Did you say Hot Girl Summer?
no,
Okay.
but they do get nice things, Greg.
You a hood booger?
What is a hood booger?
You know what a hood booger is. Don't do that.
No, but what's your definition of a
You
hood
know
booger?
what a hood booger is.
What is your definition of a hood booger, Mr. Rent Money?
Remember that child support conversation
Oh,
we had?
oh my God.
Remember
I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that.
The
Y'all.
abuse. Let me put things into perspective because they laughing and dismissing
I'm
what I'm
not.
saying.
I'm
We
not.
had
I
a
did
con-
not. I'm not laughing. I had to take it in, and I
The
said the Lord's
dismissal-
name in vain, so I apologize because I once you said that, I automatically have my answer.
The dismissal of what you're supposed to do with child support, and using it to feed your frivolous needs or wants for yourself, that's hood boogerish.
Hood boogerish. Is there colors to it? Like, is there like the hard ones? Is there like the crusty ones? Is there the soft ones? Are there different versions
fake
of
hood
them?
boogers.
How can
like,
you be a fake hood
Going
booger?
outside
I don't even know. what I
and
mean.
walking the Ave and looking for people to make cat calls only so you could say make stink faces at it, but low key really
You
want.
really like it. Like, you know what you was doing walking outside looking like that.
That's what we should.
It was just her pajamas, Greg.
I don't think that's attractive to me personally.
I don't like walking outside in pajamas.
That shit is not cute to me.
Especially like slippers and pajamas. Like,
Bonnets, no.
no. Just throw on some sweatpants and a hoodie and just be great.
You could be cute and bummy.
Yeah. Just not in your... and plus, I don't even like house clothes like outside, because then I'm not going to want to wear it in my bedroom. I don't like... No.
Going back to the straws. How many straws? Give me one answer.
No, he said how many holes.
How
in
many
a-
holes are in the straw? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a complex question. It, has
It depends how many
multi-layers.
are holding them.
That's a
Just kidding.
multi-layered answer.
Ba-da-ba-bam.
That's a multi-layer.
It's not a multi-layer question. It's literally...
They didn't know how many holes was in a straw. Greg did.
I hate this nigga.
Don't listen to me.
Mr. Rent Money did something other. He did something special today, clearly. And you said one hole.
It's your fault.
Me? Yeah, thank you.
Gigi, one hole.
One.
I'm gonna go with one hole. There's only one hole in the straw. I thought, because I heard someone said it was two because of the entry and the out.
But that's still one.
That's still one hole.
Yeah, because there's an entry and a out, that's what makes it a hole.
You know what I think?
I'm not doing this.
You know, I think what happens is the reason why people, why someone might say two is because
They stupid.
you think
Cause that was bars.
no, like just for whatever reason, like if I look at a straw and turn it one way and turn it the other way, I can literally I could count circles.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not the question.
I know, I know, but that's what
I get you.
But that's what might throw a person off. I could count this is a circle and that's a circle on that end.
I get you. I agree.
I thought about that, but then I also realized that when you said how many holes does it have, no matter how many ways you turn it or how many things you put in it, it's only gonna go out one way. It's gonna go in one way, it's gonna come out one way.
Yeah, but the paper.
All right, we done with this. I thought that was
I
gonna be
have a really great banter. This is gonna be
It was a
great
good
one.
banter
No.
until this nigga said it was a deep and thoughtful question.
No,
It's a multi-layered.
He's the reason why this banter even went as long as it did, because we all said one, because he initially said one, but then started talking about the paper. The conversation would have been over within 5 seconds. Literally 5 seconds. Because you added layers, thank you for the content, my brother. That's the only reason why we sitting here talking about a damn straw.
That's why your head little.
That's okay.
No one asked you for all those thoughts.
My mind is big.
Gigi.
And with the delay in the headphones, it sounds just like the shit.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
What was that noise?
You're wrong. Gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
I'm not in denial.
Allow that shit to it's multiplied.
Bam! Here. Woo! Welcome to Convo
89.
89 of Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Money, and Gigi. I am the person who talks first. I am your person, Greg, and I'm joined by my brother, Mr. Rent Money. Mr. Rent Money, how's it going?
I'm doing well, man. I'm glad to be alive. I'm glad to see y'all. I'm happy to be here.
I love that. Also joined by our sister, Gigi. Gigi, how's it going?
Hi everyone. This week has been a little trying for me.
What was trying about it? Y'all, Gigi's not feeling us today, and I'm gonna I'm gonna let it be known, and it's gonna be great.
Wow, Greg, thank you.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Yo, I'm here for you always.
You're not though.
That's not true.
Says a person.
Says the person what? Go ahead, put it on the air. Go ahead.
We good.
What happened?
I don't need it.
What happened?
I don't need it, Greg. I don't need it.
Good.
So like this week was trying for me. Like I have like work has been a little I don't want to say overwhelming, because obviously like I could get the work done. I don't even want to offend my political connects, because I'm not even sure who listens to me now anymore. However,
Barack Obama.
there's just a lot of things, a lot of changes that are happening, and it's a bittersweet thing, because I know like with change comes growth, and I also know like with discomfort comes like greatness. So it's just like just understanding even just certain habits or just certain ideas or certain spaces that I've been holding, that I'm just being more cognizant of how I'm exerting my energy, and how I need to like not be drained, because I tend to like disappear for a moment when I feel like I get too overwhelmed. But I feel like I'm in a place where I should be able to speak about it. Not there yet. Or tune into my podcast, y'all, and I'll probably tell you about it. But and then also like I have like some family things going on, and then on top of that, like just life just seems like I was like really, really high, and I think it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's humbling me, but it's just kind of like allowing me to know that the same way that there's momentum in my life, that there's also going to be some turbulence. And if I stay the course, that I'll be great. It's just sometimes in moments like this, you just want to kind of just say fuck it and just flip the table. And then other times, I'll never do that. I'll never be that individual. I'm worth more than that.
To do what?
Let her rock. Let her rock.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So my week.
Oh yeah, how was your week, Greg? That's all right.
Hey.
Man, my week was a week.
I'm over this already.
So now we talking about weeks.
I'm over it already.
Yo, nah, this past week. Oh no. No, I do know. I gotta focus, man. A lot of shit about to start getting cut off. Gotta cut shit loose. Gotta focus, put energy where energy needs to go. I think that was the biggest lesson I learned this week. Yeah.
You know, you better off that way, cause you got the information.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You applying the information, right?
Applied.
Apply it.
Or applying.
So the information hasn't been like successfully
No, it's been,
applied.
no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
In some areas it has been. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
But it's still other places that need to be. It needs to be applicable. Or it is applicable.
Okay.
I be wanting to sound intelligent and it be coming off sounding stupid.
I don't think you sound stupid just now.
I appreciate that. Yo, I don't know if you remember this. I called Mr. Rent Money stupid one time and he got real mad at me. Do you remember that?
I actually can recall every time I was called stupid, and it's not that many times because I normally
I'm not
nip
stupid.
it in the
Don't call me
bud.
stupid. I'm not stupid.
I normally nip that in the bud. I'm not that type of person who like call people stupid. I never was raised like that. So like when I hear that common type of thing, like
It takes a lot for me to call someone stupid.
No,
that's not true because I think most people.
Some people throw it around. Like I do get it. Like that's a thing. Like when I'm calling someone stupid, it's automatically funny stupid. Not like
you stupid.
I'm talking about intellect. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you stupid, yo, that type of thing. And someone else may still be offended, but I'm just saying like how it was brought up. So when you say, I know exactly what you talking about for sure.
You did
And
not.
we don't, but nobody else even in the brotherhood even says anything that calls me stupid. But y'all with each other, y'all say
I think no one calls you stupid because of that day you went off on me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like certain things people just don't
call me stupid.
Don't like.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Call me stupid.
Oh, that's a good point to bring that up. Yeah.
Or call me stupid. But the thing was the point I was trying to make, which was about to be a bull-faced lie, was that I don't. Like, I took that to heart, and, like, now I think about when I call people stupid. And I do, but I still do think most humans are stupid.
That's different to me. I feel like to directly look somebody in the face and say that, and versus, like, just to generally say some shit out your ass, pause, like that. Even if you said... all humans are stupid. Nigga, you're a human. It's like how far could that offense go?
That's why I said most.
But still, like, it's like out of all of the, to say most, how many you can't even wrap your mind around how many people are even in this world, even if you look at the billions on a piece of paper.
What is it, like 7 billion people in this world?
So you to be like,
So
you know
Greg
what I
can't
mean?
be
Just a grain of sand in the midst of all of the people in the world, that type of offense doesn't have nearly as much weight as, as if you zone in on one human being and, say something that demeaning. That's like a grave offense to me, like, for real.
Okay. I get you.
But when you said that, were you saying that, like...
No, I was trying to make the point that, like I said, I was about to lie. Like, I really think about calling people stupid now because of how that made you feel.
Oh, like, you saying, like, that's your go-to? Like, oh, it's going to get them, so I need to go to.
No, I don't want to.
I was about to say, I'm about to start going at his ass with the stupid jokes.
Yo! No!
All right, I got you, okay. I'm glad I could be a part of that. Seriously.
Can we get into some topics? Y'all want me to go first? I'll go first. Listen. Technology. There's many forms of technology.
Mm-hmm.
You want to break down the different forms of technology? Because you were doing it earlier.
No, I thought you would.
No, because I don't need to do that. I think everybody knows what technology is. Right?
Well, give examples.
Okay. When I think, let me give you my definition of technology. I mean anything that is electronic, right? Social media is a form of technology. A cell phone is a form of technology. A stove is a form of technology, right? Do you think technology is good or bad? And you gotta land on one side of the fence. Think of all of technology. I put it to you better this way. You can either live in a world with technology or without technology. And whichever
There's no world without technology.
Be here with just be in the scenario.
My bad. I apologize. That'll never happen again.
And in the world, and whichever world you decide to choose, you'll decide that technology is good or bad.
I'm sorry, what you said?
Why wouldn't I choose a world with good technology?
Huh?
Why would you? You mean you have technology or not have technology? Because why would I choose a world with bad technology?
No, technology in general, all technology. I'm think of every possible piece of technology in the world, right? Do you think that is good for a world or bad for a world?
To take all technology, right? Okay. To take all technology away is to say that no technology can be made.
Can I ask a question?
That's bad.
Is it with the knowledge that I know what technology is already?
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm not gonna go backward. No.
Huh?
I like running water. I like to be able to flush the toilet.
Right.
So you're saying yes, technology is good.
Greg, anything overly,
right.
if you use anything more than you're supposed to, it's always gonna be bad. So even something good can be bad.
Okay, let me go extreme because I don't think y'all comprehend.
No, you don't comprehend.
No, I comprehend 1,000%.
Okay.
Right? Guns. Guns is a form of technology.
Yes.
It's gonna still go back to what Gigi
And
said.
we've seen mass shootings
Yes.
of little kids in this country, right?
Yes.
Now that is one form of technology.
Yes.
And a big part of a whole bunch of other technologies.
Yes.
Right?
Like toilet paper.
You can say anything electronic. Electronic, I'm sorry.
Electronic. Okay. A gun is electronic.
Absolutely. Scopes, takes in some. There are electrical guns.
No.
No. You
That's
can
not-
take a gun apart, put it back together. You don't need to plug it in
You
enough.
don't
You
have
don't
to
need
charge it. You don't
nothing
have
like
to
that.
charge it. If you have a
It's
gun, that's
no,
not.
but
It's
you
way
said
more
no.
common to find a
It
gun.
is technology, but you said electronic, so you can't use a
This nigga
gun
talking
when
No,
you
I'm
say
about, to
that.
put, I'm about to put is a gun electronic. Is a gun electronic?
It's
No,
combustion.
is there electronic guns?
Of
Yes.
course there are.
But that
That's-
doesn't
is
make
that
it
what
a
you're
gun
talking about, Greg?
electronic.
No,
No, a gun makes combustion, makes fire. It does not make an electrical current.
I'm willing to be wrong, people. Is no, that's an electron gun.
Yo, it makes combustion. It makes
Okay.
fire.
Let me use it. Forget a gun. Okay. Let's go with. Would you say a bomb is electric?
No, still same thing.
Hmm.
You can do cameras.
Cameras. Let's use cameras. I could go with a camera.
You had to because
Right.
you were not going anywhere that would actually make sense.
I think it makes sense, but sure. If you don't think a gun is an electronic, cool.
You couldn't even Google it. Google couldn't even
Because
support
I
your
couldn't
thought.
Google it fast enough because y'all wasn't talking. You the Google man.
Guns are electronic.
Guns are not electric.
That's a voice. That's a that's
Wow.
a tag right
I
there.
know I
y'all.
be
I need to
saying
put
that.
that in.
Today I'm in denial, but
Guns are electronic.
No, that's it right there.
Nah.
okay. Is there any guns which has electronic
That's
chips?
the sound bite.
How do machine guns work? Are guns
Guns are
electronical? While
electronic.
electric guns are an electric weapon, they are not a do. High electrical powers and large energies are
Yo,
needed
you're
for
not
all
gonna
these.
find that,
No, guns are
It's
not electric.
combustion,
Greg.
yo.
For real?
No, Greg. There's
I'm
electronical
wrong. I
guns.
could be wrong. Okay.
It's gun
There's
powder
electrical
involved.
weapons, but there's like the guns are not considered electric.
I was wrong. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Gotta make that sound bite, bro.
For what?
I want to know where you was going. Okay, so if guns are electronic, I
I'm
want to know
just
where you
saying
was going.
because if guns, I can go with the cameras. Cameras are used. I'm going extreme for a grown man to take pictures of little boys. Right? He used that piece of technology for a negative use.
I thought you were gonna. Can I help you? Because this
No.
is not a good decision.
I'm here.
Because you're using it on a personal level, but I think if you make it more on a magnitude level
This
to make it
affects
affect
the-
people,
this does
no,
affect
think
the world.
about the cameras that we just see while we're on the street driving driving on the street when we're on the highway.
See, because what you're doing is you're rationalizing your answer.
No, I'm not giving you the answer. I'm trying to help you make this more.
You're not letting me finish.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Because even if it's just this one person, even if one person or a group of men decide to use this piece of technology for a negative use, right? Do you think a world with no technology will be better than a world that has technology that includes this piece of technology that men can use, or pedophiles can, I'm not put on men, that pedophiles can use for their pleasure?
It doesn't change that a person's gonna be a pedophile. Like the idea of even the cameras just allows pedophiles to do it without actually touching the children. But now if we're in a civilization, great.
So you think technology is good?
No, I think that in order for the world to advancement, we need technology, and there's always going to be bad people. We can't change the people, but our world's going to evolve. Like even the idea with climate change, we have to figure out different ways.
Okay,
of
so that's the
living
Gigi
our lives.
answer. Okay,
What do you mean it's a deep?
that's the Gigi.
It's
because
good, and you can say that there's nothing you can think of on Earth.
Does
always
the
gonna be a
amount
bad
of
person,
good-
no matter.
does the amount of good that technology does outweigh the bad?
We can't prove that.
Some technology, I can't just say all. The amount of if I could literally stop at certain technology and feel like the rest of the world would be great if we had no more technological advancement.
For sure. Okay. This is a philosophy question. That's
And I
what
don't,
we brought it up.
and I don't think so. I think it's the same thing about saying like if a tree falls in the forest, like things are still happening. It's just that we are now so plugged in that we're so open and receptive to so many things that are happening in the world, and that's why I think that things are affecting us different. Because before we were so enclosed on what was immediately around us or what was easily attainable. Now it's like I can look across the world without even touching foot in that world. I can see what's going on over there. I can literally put on virtual reality and I can just walk around in that junk and never have
So
touched.
there's justification.
It's not justification, Greg.
It is because if you wasn't if you just make it as black and white as possible,
Why can't it just be my answer? Why is it justification?
Because this is my topic. This is what I was leading to. Are you saying that if there's more good than bad, then that justifies the?
I didn't say that. In
I'm asking a question.
No, I think that you can't equate what it is without technological advancement. Like I think that the ignorance is different because of what we know now. So what we know now and what we can say what we don't know does not mean it was never happening.
For sure.
So if you're saying that because we didn't know it existed, or if we didn't have it, or the internet never existed, that pedophiles would never exist, they're still gonna be out there. So it's
Absolutely.
not like, oh, like if we had cameras, like would they stop? If we didn't have cameras, would pedophiles still exist? Yes, they're still outside.
Look,
That's okay. That's not what I was getting at.
throughout history, there's been multiple times where technology didn't go forward, but it went backwards because of some type of war.
Sure.
And when certain
When
things
you say backwards, give me an example.
backwards, meaning like our technological advancement has gone to another level. We're here. We got phones and everything like that. So now if potentially there was a war right here in all of the major cities as we know it, and all the cell phone towers and all of these things, and our septic system somehow were tainted in some type of way. Everything that we use on a daily basis that's just regular, electricity, anything you can think of that's regular is no more. That's happened before in history multiple times. And what I mean when I say that there's more bad than good when it comes to technology is because we look at it like just technology, but in essence, man is making an artificial experience for us to experience what it's like to be God. Mm-hmm. To see all and know all. We think we know every single thing. It's so much information. Like we just said it before. If too much of anything is bad. There's an overload on information. There's an overload on every single thing you can consume like never before.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Like you can if you want to just overindulge yourself every single day, 24/7, all of this like Facebook, not even Facebook, Meta shit.
So what is your answer?
It can be too much. I even explicitly said that if we stopped at a certain point with technology, we could be good.
What would that be for you?
For me, I would love it if we had no more currency, Cash App, any of that, and went right back to trading.
You mean bartering, or actually
trading goods, things that you have? I need that. It puts more power into people's every day, and not some type of system to rely on. Oh, I need some type of bank, or I need some type of credit score. No, let's get cut to this chase. You got what I want. I got what you need. Like whatever, however you want to slice.
That's how the currency system. That's how economics came about.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that concept is not the way it is because the powers that be realize, no, if we give them money,
You need to make a shirt. I have cloth.
but if it's literally that means it's you. That means it's not a bank. That means it's not no middleman. This is direct. Like, nobody else.
So the thing is though, I have the cloth, right? You need a shirt. You have nothing to offer me. Or whatever you trying to offer me, I don't want. But you still need this shirt to be made. How else would you get this cloth?
You get skills. You learn how to do it. That's the way it was before. You can't even like fathom that concept, but that's the way it was. How else would you get it? You would learn how to do that trade, and this now would be a skill, and you would teach your kids and your family.
Wants to do that?
Everybody has been raised off of the technological advancement. It's not if it was that would just be the norm. You wouldn't if it was that, it would just be that. Everybody would have.
So you saying at the time?
1 second. Everybody would have more tenacity. It would be, I believe it would actually have more of a good effect, because on the contrary, with it's been proven that with all of this technological advancements and throughout applications and social media, it's causing all type of mental illnesses. It's on an all-time high, and these type of things didn't even exist at a certain point.
So you are saying you wish technology would have stopped when somebody thought of jobs?
Even jobs in the sense of paying taxes.
Jobs in the sense of, you need a shirt, I got the cloth.
You dismissing learning how to do.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
because the fact that if everyone learned to do everything on their own, there's no need for jobs.
no, because I'm not good at everything. You're good at
That's the
something.
point. That's my point.
That's always been the case. That's not an invention. Since the beginning of time, you work for me, and I'll give you
How can you
money.
How can you not see how those two things equate? If everyone knew how to do, cause you correct me if I'm wrong, but you said there was a time when everyone
learned a skill.
Okay.
I didn't say everyone was doing the same
but at
exact
some point,
thing.
I'm gonna have to go to you for your skill. How am I supposed to pay
That's
you?
the whole point. It's not what it's trading. That's the whole, you get ahead because I know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. So now if I just trade
but
with
the problem with trading is you don't have anything that I want.
how could you automatically say you don't have anything I want? But if I could learn it. If I could, it's not like you saying like, oh, I can only know how to do one specific thing.
Who's learning what? Now I'm confused because who's learning what?
You just a person. I said there were times when everyone had a skill. Everyone specialized in something, and that something is what they were able to eat off of.
I got you.
And I have this. I have these things. You need this. I can do this. I can do that.
So we're
you
about to
know how
this.
to do that. I know how to do this.
Cause we're about to lead this. I'm trying to get an understanding of what you're saying. I'm a chef, right? You build houses, right? You're saying,
and along with building houses, there's so many things that you know how to do.
I'm just focused on those two skills right now. I cook, you build houses, right? Are you saying in the world that you're talking about, you will be like, if you feed me, I'll build you a house.
If you feed me, I'll build you a house.
I'm trading skills.
He's talking about bartering.
Oh yeah, in some type of capacity, if you feed me, meaning like you would be a butler or some shit.
So if I feed you, you build me a house. Or you provide me with a place to live.
Yes.
Right?
24/7 and you good.
Now, I need a place to live, right? But you don't need food.
How could I not need? This is the thing. What are you talking about?
Because you know how to cook yourself.
No, but if I needed you to cook for me, that means that my skill was occupying my time, but I need my joint prepared.
Okay. Got it.
But okay, even though you have your logic, play into saying
Do
that.
you think that I'm being odd?
No. He's saying that, okay, to say that in this scenario that he's providing to you, that in the first scenario, you needed somebody to cook for you. He said, cool, I'll cook. He said, good, I have a room for you. In the next scenario, he's saying, you know how to cook, but you got the space. But he still doesn't. He's saying, there's what can I do now that you need, because you don't need nobody to cook.
Sell gold.
Okay. What?
That's currency, bro.
No, but the difference between selling gold, that's yours.
Where are you getting the gold from?
Because I found it.
Where you found it from?
On the ground. I found that shit. Look, I was walking down the street. And I saw a gold ass nugget. I was actually thinking about medieval times.
Don't pass go. We should do that. It's been
I was
a while.
actually thinking about medieval times,
Let's
like
do that.
this whole entire time.
That's
like,
a big ass piece of chicken that they give you.
No, not medieval times. The damn.
Were you thinking about the shit?
Yo, I'm gonna fight both of y'all, yo. Yo, what's up, bro?
That's the thing about the place.
I'm saying the time. I'm thinking like medieval times when gold was like that. You would.
All right, but we talking about,
it would be way more common for you literally to find a gold nugget on the ground.
But we're talking about today, because you're saying that like if you would have stopped technology and time would have been. But I just want to give a perspective.
That time.
Okay,
That's what was in my mind.
So this is that time. Like, so we stopped it, but now we're in 2022. Technology has not advanced. You cannot find gold on the floor.
But you can't go there, because I'm telling you what I'm you're saying the obvious. But I'm saying exactly what I meant.
Yes, but I'm giving perspective, because that's what Greg is asking you. So now you're in 2022. Technology has stopped advancing, but time has changed, terrain has changed. You can't just find gold on the floor. They've been doing that since 19 blah blah blah, and now you can't do that. So, and even at that aspect, you also understood that it is cheaper to now understand to cook your own food, because actually bartering lessens the space that you have, right? So now Greg comes in to your abode and he's like, hey, I can cook. You're like, I actually got somebody. Actually, you even got a partner. Your partner cooked for you. Now that's even labor free. Okay? You don't even got to worry about that. So you got a partner that's cooking, so you still have the time. Greg come in and be like, I need room and board. You're like, okay. Now, what are you asking him to do? In my mind, you're going to, depending on the type of land, maybe take care of the land. But you also want to play on the strengths. Greg, what would you be good at?
Only cooking. I only know how to cook. I don't know how to do nothing else.
Okay.
That's all I can offer you.
Okay. Do you got, we'll see. And so if you know that.
Oh, I know. I'd be a scuba diver. And I'd be going in the sea, and I'd be getting oysters and getting mad pearls.
Can I just I need to crystallize
he was more
the
on
point that I was
point
trying
in
to
the last
make.
conversation than this one.
Look at this canister, right? Everybody looking? You seeing it? You seeing it?
Yeah.
Did you see the canister?
Yeah.
When Mr. Rent Money holds the canister, can you hold the canister for me, Mr. Rent Money? He dies. He dead.
I don't die.
He dead now. Give it back. But when Greg holds the canister, it cures all of my illnesses.
Okay.
Gigi, you hold it.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Can you just hold it?
I don't know.
Can you please hold it?
I'm concerned.
Can you please hold the
It
canister?
might give me an ailment I don't want.
It's not. Can you hold the canister? All of Gigi's illnesses are healed.
Oh, it went to Jesus.
Right? So now this canister has had effects. Has had two different effects
on people. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it killed someone, should this canister no longer exist?
No, different strokes for different folks. You gotta know when to hold down.
What do you think?
Know when to fold down.
This canister killed one person, but cured two other people.
Yes.
Same canister.
It's a numbers game, just like men with women. Like,
so should this canister not exist?
Yeah.
because it killed the one person.
Hmm.
That's all I was trying to get at.
You're saying that you should get rid of the canister.
Yeah.
Do you believe that everything is going to cure everybody?
Well,
Now we're cooking with fish grease.
I mean, cause I was when you said that, I was thinking about like if you took them out in the context of a robot or something like that.
Where did your mind go?
You said
Oh, because he's
like
saying
if-
that the canister is out here killing people. Then
I thought you were speaking
We need to
metaphorically.
kill the
for-
canister.
I'm just saying, this can't.
If
You
the
held
canister
it.
kill you, I'm killing the canister.
It killed you.
I'm taking the canister.
But
I'm
this
taking
same
the canister.
You hear that
canister-
canister?
Healed me and it healed Gigi.
Yeah, the only way that would be happening if it was like some robot AI technology.
And
like,
we can switch topics.
like shit.
Not true. I think that it's just about. That's why there's different blood types. That's why like everybody, all the medication, like everybody don't get prescribed the same medication or the same amount of medication. It's just, it's understanding that if everything was right for everybody, then we would have lived in a really easy world, and Amazon would have just had one link for one thing. Everybody would have had it. But I think the idea that we even try to evolve and to heal and to, well, ... allegedly population control is a trial and error period when it comes to technology. We don't know what things work unless you try them. And then when they break, just like laws and rules, that's when you implement better things. Like just like even making a beat. You don't know what's working unless you start tweaking. You put this on and you be like, nah, try something else. Same thing. I don't know, Greg. I don't know what I was going to say with you. Maybe filters with photography or editing a video. I could use that, but then my mind just blank. So, with that being said, I just think that ... Somebody else talk.
We go to the next topic.
Wait, I just want to say that you told me that what I was saying was a justification and this idea that we all have a conversation and we all have an opinion. But you never said Mr. Rent Money had a justification for his responses, and at one point he didn't even give us a response. Why you came for me, Greg?
I did not come for you.
You said that's my justification. What
It is a justification. Literally, you're justifying the reason why technology is good.
I wasn't justifying. You said me pick an answer.
Well, no, because
You told me to pick an answer, and I gave you my answer.
you gave a justification to the.
I gave you my answer, and I told you why.
Anyone listens back to this, if you answer the question is, do Gigi think technology is good or bad? They will think that you would think technology is good because of the justification you gave of, that you don't know, with all of the, you don't know how technology can be used. It can be used.
And what's the
good or bad.
difference? What's the
So
difference with Mr. Rent Money?
I think he's on the same wavelength.
So how come you didn't say
Technology
that?
is good.
How come you didn't say he provided a justification?
Mr.
I
Rent Money,
didn't-
you
I
provided
didn't
a
just-
justification.
I didn't just give a blanket, just straight up technology is good. I've said literally the same thing Gigi said, where you
Yeah.
said like
And
there's good in technology and there's bad, but then you asked me, I think that's where you and I differ. When you asked me, does the bad outweigh the good? And I said yes, and that's when I went through all of the mental illnesses and yeah, I think it does outweigh.
So you think technology is bad?
He said up to a certain point.
No, I said there
gave
is
you the-
good in there is good. And how could I just
He
straight up
gave you
say?
justification.
Look, it's like
They're
how could
both justifications.
How could I straight up say technology is bad? How could I straight up say technology is good?
Because someone can say that I think technology is bad because it can cause this. And so they think all technology is bad. There is people like that in this world. And then there's other people who that say technology is good because of this. It's still a justification.
I don't think they
What do you
blank. They
think, Greg?
just
What are
generally
your
say
thoughts?
I think
technology. They point out specific things within technology that they have a problem with. I can't see somebody saying, all technology is bad. 'Cause just like Gigi said, a toilet, they gonna be pissed off at the toilet.
You don't know
pissed off at the
you never
faucet.
heard. You think the people who live in the woods and don't have any kind of connection.
True.
Like,
True.
those people believe technology is bad.
True, but I don't think those people are going in the damn woods because of damn faucets and toilets. They unplugging from all of this damn fast-paced shit with social media and seeing all of this damn negative shit in the news and shit, TVs, just frivolous, stupid shit. Not no damn toilets and shit. Not faucets and roads. Like, the things that's really affecting us. I think
The world is my toilet. We can bathe in the lake.
No, I got what you saying.
But I'm saying there are people like that.
I got what you said, but there are people who may just straight up say, I don't like toilets, I don't like faucets, and I hate that for the world. But I believe there are a number of people who were a part of regular everyday society as we know it, and then they said,
all this shit is too much. Absolutely.
And I'm moving to the woods. I just said that earlier. Like, I want to move to the woods. Like, that would be dope. That sounds lit. The concept of just,
I think
hearing serenity, waking up to the sound of serenity, hearing crickets and all types of bugs. Oh, you talking about Africa? You talking about Africa in particular? You just was there. How are you saying like that's not?
No, I wasn't talking about Africa.
Nah, I thought you was thinking about your experience in Ghana, yo.
What? No, how did we get there?
No, I honestly thought that's what you were thinking.
No,
about.
I was just making animal sounds.
Because you were in a rural area, and I'm pretty sure you
Those
heard
were frogs.
That was my best frog.
And answer the question, Gigi, I don't know. Cause
you literally said in the beginning.
You're right. I gotta
you
give
have
it.
to
I gotta.
choose.
I am on the side of technology is bad.
Just the person that had the first apple.
True. I don't know. I believe.
And why do you think it's bad?
I believe if it harms one, that's enough.
But also understanding that the world does have different individuals that have different illnesses, mental health, physical health. It's not.
That's justification.
I'm just giving you perspective, Greg. And when you keep saying justification, it be giving me angst because you're coming at me in a way when I'm giving you perspective.
Why is that making you upset?
Because you're not. Every time Mr. Rent Money saying that, I don't hear you saying that to him.
I just said it to him.
After I called you out when you
when you listen back to it, I actually said something to him about his answer.
You don't say there's justification.
I said you're giving reasoning.
You are not using those words. If you were using, you want to run it back and say that you said that Mr. Rent Money used that justification?
I said justification to you, and I said you're giving reasoning. What is the difference in the statement?
The word.
The word?
Yes.
So you don't like the word justification?
Never said I didn't like it. I just said you didn't.
Then what is? I don't understand. How am I coming for you?
You meant the same thing for the same people, but use different words.
Is providing reasoning not the same thing as providing justification?
I don't know, Greg. Why you use two different words?
Because I have a vast vocabulary.
Okay, but you keep using justification for me. So why can't you just use reasoning for me?
Okay.
I'm curious.
I don't know. You're the only one that's making a big deal out of this. I don't know. It's just words.
I know when you hear yourself play back, you'll understand your energy towards me. Which you've already acknowledged to the audience that you was going to come for me. So it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anywho. I don't get it. I don't. Next topic.
I'm Mr. Rent Money, and these are my conspiracy theories. No, I don't believe you.
Red Money.
What's up, everybody?
Do it again.
I think he's gonna let it ride out like that.
I would. That should be hilarious to me.
That would have been funny.
Well, that would have been funny.
What if we do it again?
I don't care.
Now let me just tell us. Listen,
Go, nigga.
listen. I am Mr. Rent Money, and these are my conspiracy theories. What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Rent Money, and this is a segment of the show where I give you guys my conspiracy theory. And today, I want to talk about something that I saw on social media. So the creator of the two franchises, Terminator and The Matrix, revealed. Well, this is actually an old clip from years ago. She revealed in the audience that the Terminator and Matrix are actually a sequel.
Okay.
And she said that the Terminator is the present, future, and the past. Because if you remember, there were robots that were coming from the future
Yeah.
to come and kill the little boy. And she said that the robot's job were to kill Neo.
Yeah. And in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And Terminator before he would actually become that.
Huh? Wait, now I'm confused.
The connection is the robot's job were to go to the past. The past meaning the Terminator. The robots that were in Terminator
Yep.
they come from the Matrix reality.
Okay.
Their job was to prevent all the Matrix as we know it, all the guy Neo saving the day and being
so
the
you're saying these
savior
two
of
franchises are actually
together.
got it. Okay.
Together based off of what she herself said that is an exact correlation. Do you guys believe that movies like The Terminator and Matrix have a direct correlation with where technology is and where it's going?
Yes.
Do you remember a time where you
That disappointed you?
would have
I
laughed
don't agree.
at that?
No, because the question makes sense. That Terminator shit don't.
Why not?
Because one, let me answer it this way. I believe that they're trying to figure out time travel. I believe that they're trying to create exoskeletons like the Iron Man suit for combat. I'm a firm believer that they make cyborgs like the Terminator. Like they are trying all these things out in 2022. What I'm like, why I said it doesn't make sense is because the person who create like the Matrix is the metaverse, right?
Right, essentially.
Essentially, right? Again, right there, technology in a movie, playing in the real world. The Matrix and the Terminator, those two franchises don't go together at all.
See, okay, if you think about it like this, let's say if you were born in the Matrix, let's say you were born in Meta.
Okay.
Like there was a law where you had to be born in Meta.
Okay.
Your reality in this world as we know it is incubated in one area in a secluded place at all times, and you are I don't know, receiving all your nutrition you need, but within some type of sedated state.
Yeah.
Sedated state. how could you be able to determine or say that a person wouldn't be able to go back in time? If you're in meta and you saying you want to go back 50 years and everything that your reality looks like is 50 years ago, how could you even say, oh, I'm not 50 years in the past? If you're in meta and your reality changes, your whole reality changes. Meaning what you see, smell. Oh, well, it's not even that far yet. I'm getting a little bit too far. Elon Musk ain't put the technology there out. Yeah, he just walking around. He just walking around with it himself. These are just serious jokes. But we only at the early stages of meta. But I'm just saying, if we did have that whole technology that Elon Musk has, will be out in like 5 years or some shit, he said, where your brain will be stimulated artificially on command, like a computer chip. So if you are in meta
Satisfying.
and have one of those type of and have one of those type of chips in your brain, that means all of this, what you seeing, this is you. How could you be able to tell what's real? So if something was programmed and put somebody programmed a portal and you walk through it and you think that you 1,000 years in the past and everything that you see based off of somebody programming it into the chip of what you see, that could potentially be what the reality of the Terminator was, but you basically looking at it like without the meta concept in mind.
Where did you get this? Who is this lady?
The lady who the lady who made the whole shit. I'm not freestyling. The lady who made
James Cameron made the Terminator.
It's a whole lady.
There's a black woman that actually wrote the Matrix and the Terminator, and she was shopping this show like back in the day in Hollywood, and they wouldn't do it, and then
So you said somebody stole the shit?
Basically, the concept of the story, like the book was already written. They took the concept of the story and they did it.
She was on this show a long time. I saw it. It was a black lady.
It's a black woman.
Y'all believe her?
No, there's a book called
that's a fact. The book
is written by a black woman. I'll tell you
I'm
the
just
name.
asking questions. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll tell you her name because let's not even.
Let me just put that out there before everybody start tagging.
Neo's supposed to be
okay.
It's supposed to be the savior. Like the guy in the book, his name begin with a J and the last name was a C. So it's supposed to be like, Jesus Christ. So Neo, comes and he pause and he's the guy who saves everybody. Everybody is like cowering behind Neo to, make sure everything falls into place. There's and that little boy in Terminator is Neo as a youth. And that's why it was so important for the robots to go back and kill him. That's neat. Even though his name not the same, their names are not the same. Like Gigi said, they Hollywood took it, but
you do realize that's just the story of the Bible?
I mean,
they just futuritized that shit.
Yeah, that'd be what happened. But yeah, she came on there and said, and I think that makes sense. They was trying to kill. That's what was the significance of the little boy, because he was gonna grow up.
Her name is Sophia Stewart.
Hey, Soph.
That's her name. Yeah.
That's my best.
The Matrix in 1990. The actual name of the book itself is called The Third Eye. It's called The Third Eye, and it's the Matrix and the Terminator together. Technically, if you read the book, like that's basically how she breaks it down. Sophia Stewart epic story that was stolen and used to create two of Hollywood's biggest franchises, The Matrix and The Terminator. Also contains additional information such as court documents, letters, and actresses, registered return receipts, FBI investigations. There's a lot of things in this.
Why didn't she sue?
Because when she was shopping for the okay, so you and please don't quote me on this because I couldn't Google it, but from my understanding when I heard initially about this was that she was shopping for, like, when she wrote the book, she was shopping to Hollywood. So you like signed NDAs, like it's like when you are working for tech companies that you shop your ideas. There's a possibility that they could take your idea or they can hire you, right? There's no you can
No.
Unless you sign
That happens
something,
every day.
they can take your idea.
It's catch me if you can type of thing.
It's
you
like-
still have to have the legal. I apologize.
Go ahead. No.
You still have to have the financial stamina to go against a corporation who
Yeah.
has.
That's true.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
very true.
So like they can, even if like that's your idea, like when you're going to certain situations, you're marketing yourself as well as your ideas, so
1000.
people can take it. So when she wrote the book and she was going in Hollywood and she was like, "This is the book. I think this is great." They was not taking a book. These twins, they happen to be males now. Now they're females now.
That's who
Marketed
did The
that
Matrix.
same. They wrote the screenplay based off that book, and they've been selling millions ever since. They've created a whole franchise. But
Something sounds off in that, because one, if there's a book, that means it's published, right?
Yeah, but you
can say that you're inspired by
semantically
it.
take-
Yeah.
Now, for
Tweak
sure.
things.
Now they probably did enough to tweak it. I'm not saying that they
Yes,
did.
but that's what basically what it would happen is that it's like she
You
knows
see how
that
it
this is
didn't
her
make sense?
story.
You see how it didn't make sense to you? It didn't make sense to you because they did so well that it just seems like, hell no, how could that even make sense? But if you read
So
her
is it her book?
story, it literally,
So is it? But is it her story?
it's the
Yes.
same concept, bro.
I haven't read it, but I can attest, and even just Googling, because even when I was doing my research, when I found out that this Matrix franchise that have been going on for years is written by black women, but white people have been glorified for this franchise, blew my mind. But I also realized like they did that with everything else.
Everything.
So
So
why
what-
wouldn't it be a surprise?
Because you know how Swiss Beats accused whoever made I Get Money, he took his drums from I'm a Hustler.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is it just because they took the drums?
That's different, because I think that you're taking it into idea because of sound. I can see what you're saying because he knows he uses that sound, but I'm saying in this concept of the book, it's like you wrote a story and I took your story. Like, I'm gonna say this is just a conversation with Greg, Mr. Rent Money, and Gigi,
So the Lion
and I
King
said
just-
we are talking with Gigi, Sam, and Tom. Same concept.
So is the Lion King an original story, or is it just Shakespeare?
That's definitely an original story.
No, because it's literally the same flow as Hamlet.
No, but yeah, the flow that happens all of the time. Like artists take
What's the difference, though?
inspiration. You can look at some similarities that are in Picasso painting that looks very similar to something that existed
Can I give you an even
in
better one?
Africa or something like that. For centuries, well before he even made that painting, you're gonna always find something that is, similar. You can make it similar and flip it, change so many things.
So why can't the people who did the Matrix be accused of that then? Just be that, like they took someone's idea, flipped it, and made it their own.
Well, it's a lot of things that's.
Cause you can even you can make it even more relevant. Lion King and Frozen, it's literally the same story.
But there's a certain percentage that you can copy. It's literally like percentage. They add up the percentage. You got this many amount of things that's, similar. This amount of things that are not. This amount of things that are not. You know what I mean? So, and after you come up with a certain equation, it's like yes or no. How many names throughout the joint? How many characters in the book? You only got this amount of characters, but I got like.
So my thing. So based on that logic, even based on that logic, the lady who wrote the Matrix and Terminator joint, right? If her story was Matrix and Terminator combined, but the women who do the Matrix only took the Matrix part, or James Cameron only took the Terminator part, it's not the same story.
What are you talking about?
How would you feel if it was your story? It's different. It's different. You looking at it's different if you the first person who made the reason why these people even having this conversation. Mm-hmm. If it came from your mind, that's the reason why.
The concept of even what they have, the characters, this idea that there's a Terminator, the idea that there's even the idea of this Matrix.
For sure.
Your concepts.
I get it.
They took it.
And she sees it way more than any of us because it came from her mind. She remember writing this shit down. So to literally see a whole bunch of, when you look, remember
they're about to make a Matrix series.
But here's another kicker: when other shows have to pay for the licenses to use the likeness of that shit,
I understand.
Remember Charmed? You said you used to watch Charmed, right?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Remember
shows.
the episode on Charmed when they had copied off of the Matrix and I think was it Piper did like the Matrix joint in the air and then it did like a 360 shot of her like. They had to pay the Matrix. Now you think that lady wasn't sitting there looking at all of these like Matrix this and Matrix that, like using the same type of concept in there like shit, and you came up with this shit yourself and you not getting a dime off of it?
I understand. Like I don't think I don't understand what y'all saying. I do. I get it. She's the person that thought of the Matrix and Terminator. I get it. My thing is based on your logic of taking stuff and flipping it, and it's no longer the same exact thing. That's what they did.
But the point is where it came from. That's the whole point. I didn't come here to say nobody needs to be sued or like money and all. I'm just saying where it came from.
For sure.
Where it came from, and do we believe that there is a direct correlation to reality?
I do believe that what they do in movies, it is predicated on what's happening in the real world. It's called realism.
Or are they telling us what they will be doing?
I think they tell us what they want to happen. I firmly believe that they wish there was an Iron Man.
Bro, that's called transhumanism. That's a real word.
That's more cyborg though.
Right. But the whole Iron Man, cyber, all of that shit is real. We coming.
I know.
So that man can compete with machine. I believe that's actually that concept will be first before
I agree.
like, RoboCop. Or even at the same time. Because there may be somebody who say, I want to have the benefits of a robot, but I don't want to damn be
They want to be Iron Man.
Yeah, and then there may be someone for a medical reason, like RoboCop, like
for sure,
for some reason, and then they, now they're able to compete with robots on a job because they got robotic legs.
That plays into the technology and why it's good.
Yeah, it goes
justification.
Yeah. But then there's gonna be a war between man and robot.
Which
it's gonna be a whole war. That whole what's that movie with Fresh Prince? Fuck
Will Smith.
I think before there's going to be a war, I think that we're not going to realize it, but we're going to be integrating ourselves into it. I think the war only happens when we start, like, fighting against it. I think even what, excuse me,
What if
thinking
there's a
about
need
even
to fight against it?
the thing is that it would only be up into the generation that knew what it was like without it, because you see it, like, children are automatically, like, warped into a space of they know how to use a tablet. They're already tapped in to social media already, so they're already influenced already by this AI that we may be having this war with. So if anyone is questioning it, it would be the people from the time that it didn't exist, because once this is all you know, it's hard to fight something like that, because it becomes just a part of your life. It becomes such a norm that these chips, like, now it's like far-fetched to us, because putting anything foreign in our body, understanding our history is different. But when you think about time and how it's changing, and even when you think about cosmetic surgery and how easy it is for women to get it, or even men to get it, and even how they have invasive surgeries now where you're not even needing to actually go to a doctor. You can still get these things done in just shops, spas. And so knowing that even things with morphing our bodies have become like over the counter type services, being able to get that chip in, being able to tap in and upgrade any type of service or look, or your wardrobe now you don't even gotta go to the store. Now you just gotta get this app, and now your shit is lit. You got the whole Gucci catalog from 2025 because you wanted to. Like, that's where we're gonna be. And maybe not us, but that generation after us, like, that's gonna just be their form of currency, is their data. China has even shown that even
Human currency, I told you.
with their currency, that their credit and how they are with people is how they get things in certain parts of China. Like, their vending machines, they use like an app that's correlated with them and their score, and if they're able to get a product from a vending machine, if they're good with the credit, if they're good with people, like, they literally have like this 5-star like thing that they're literally living their lives now. And if you lose your stars, your privileges are revoked, so you're not able to do certain things or access certain things. So you won't be able to go to certain places because your stars are low. Imagine we worked off a point system, or we were like, if you're not a 4-star or higher, you can't enter this club. That'll be crazy.
We kind of are on a point system. You ain't got this many zeros behind you, bitch.
No,
Or
see,
if
that's
it showed
relative.
the amount of likes that you have or followers that you have
Yeah, that's
on
more
social media.
That makes more sense to me,
Instantly. How many
because
followers you got?
money is perception. Money is not always what people.
That's not real currency.
Followers is not either, because it's like only a small percentage of how many people who actually.
But I think that's held higher than currency.
and
Now.
yeah.
For sure.
But even when you say like now, it's just like, but then you speak to people like us, and you also understand, like, what you were saying is that, like, I could have like 500,000 followers,
And
doesn't mean
only
3,000
fraction of them
are actually paying attention to what's happening in your
True.
life,
or even seeing
or
your
allow
posts.
you to see in your algorithms. That's what I was gonna say. Like, you might not even show up in their algorithms. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still working on social media, so I don't have no dog in this race.
Yep. You didn't. Oh, do you believe technology? What is it? Do you believe movies or things that we perceive that we see?
And specifically, do you believe there is a direct correlation between the franchises Terminator and Matrix with our reality?
Gigi.
Say it again.
Do you think there was a direct correlation with the franchises Terminator and Matrix? Do you think there's a direct correlation with our reality in those franchises?
The Matrix, yes. Like I was saying, like, even that, I think that even as we see ourselves in our phones and how we are, like, so either we're in a or on some type of social media platform, and that even looking at our children, how they're so already plugged into social media in itself, no matter what the platform is, whether it's like a game, whether it's YouTube, or whether it's like a show that they're tapping into, that the Matrix especially is letting us know that we're clearly being distracted from a bigger purpose. Like, there's clearly things that are happening in the world, and even with this abundance of information, we are still being distracted by the frivolous things in the world. And that even our children are now being already, and I want to commend parents such as yourselves, Greg, and even parents that I know that are cognizant of their child and the time that they spend, whether it's watching TV or on their tablet. Like, they also understand, like, use your imagination. I love our generation that still tap into the idea that there was times where we couldn't watch the TV. There was a time where all we had was was in front of us, and we literally had to use our brains. And as long as we keep that, then then that idea of maybe having a war if things get out of hand will be more plausible. But if we see all these children, these generations that's supposed to be looking over us after being so plugged in and being influenced and being dictated by AI, because sometimes you think it's a real human that you're following and it's AI. Sometimes you think that you're modeling a real channel and it's not even a real person, but you've been influenced and spent all this time and watching them. And so yes, I think that the Matrix definitely plays it, and maybe because technology has been so advanced, you're able to see it in social media era. But even back in the day, you can see there were different influences in every era that could have played into the Matrix. That I can see that. So yeah,
I definitely agree.
Cool.
question is, do you think it's hard to tell your significant other when you have a issue or problem with them?
No, I don't. However, there are some people who have that problem because they understand the turmoil that will happen in return if they even mention something that is even utterly close to checking them about their bullshit.
Does that mean does that fall along the lines of offending your partner?
Right. Checking them, checking that person. It could be, it's definite. It would definitely be misguided offense, because, in the context of checking, I'm saying this is something that person did for sure. They did something that they shouldn't have done. So I'm not wrong at all for telling them that it was something wrong. I'm not wrong for that. So if they was offended by that, that was definitely misguided offense. Like,
but what happens if how you said it offends them?
well, in that, I wasn't thinking about it like that. But in that case, if you want to use that scenario, then the way you said it definitely changes the entire conversation, like, drastically. Yeah.
What if that wasn't the intent? Like, so I'm going based off, because I think that you're thinking about my situation. I'm not saying that. I'm really just thinking about you and your.
How could you say that I was no?
Because how would it change it drastically if
how you said it? You said that's all. That's all I was going with what you said. So that changes it drastically. If you're talking about, I thought we were talking about a significant other.
Yes.
If I say something, it's one thing. If I say it in a condescending, demeaning way, that's even if I'm telling you about your shit. If I say it in a condescending way and I'm just like, like trying to like make you feel bad with my words based off of how you genuinely made me feel. Yes, I'm wrong. I'm
Okay.
wrong. I'm so wrong.
I agree with you because when you put it that way, why wouldn't you be wrong? But I'm saying in a way, like I'll use an example from a past pod when you said when you know that you like voluptuous woman and a woman that's voluptuous would say, "Am I
said
fat?"
big women.
That's voluptuous.
No, but that's what I said. You said that's what I said voluptuous. I ain't say I said big.
Okay.
They
all right.
know who I'm talking about. They know when I say big, I'm talking about big. I ain't saying but voluptuous. That is a part of the features, but I'm saying a big.
No, voluptuous is a part of the whole. Voluptuous is not about your booty. It's about your whole.
I ain't saying nothing about it. I ain't saying nothing about a booty. I said big. Big. B-I-G. Big. A big woman. A big woman.
Amazon.
Rolls. Dimples. You know, all of the imperfections that society say that a woman shouldn't have, those are actually the things that I'll be like,
He look like he just won $1 million.
cash out, that type of shit. Like, really.
Cash out.
Because a dimple ain't nothing but the cheek smiling.
Wow. I like that. That's crazy. He needs to tweet that. That should be a meme. That's
good.
That should. I like that.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
If you tweet that, please just add him so I can retweet it. Yeah. It's the man rapper.
Yeah.
That's good. To answer the question, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, but I think there is you could be ODing on it. Like every little thing you gotta tell, like you gotta check, like, oh man, your hair looks bad today, or I will hope nobody's that shallow, but you didn't do the dishes, you didn't take out the garbage, you didn't leave out the meat. Pause. You didn't cook dinner. Like, like if it's just ODing like every little thing, like that's not your kid, bro. Like no,
right.
Like that. At that point, I could understand like checking your woman. That's not checking your woman. That's just you being a dick. But I'm saying like on a big situation, like, nah, babe, you was wrong. Like, you definitely fucked up in this situation. You should be able to do that with your spouse.
I agree. I think that if you're not able to be like let your person know that like, nah, you fucked up on this one, cause I think that then that's probably not, that shouldn't be your person. To be able to not hold even yourself or your person accountable is just like, then what are we doing this for at this point?
Absolutely.
And especially when it affects you. I think if there's something that I'm doing that's giving you some angst, anxiety, or some feeling, making you feel some type of way, like I'm supposed to be your home, I'm supposed to be your peace. So you gotta talk me through that. Like, and remember everybody's background and history and how they handle or receive or process things is different. The same way I see things and the same way that you see things is different. The same way I live my life is completely different from yours. So sometimes even though our lives may be what we want together, we also have to take into consideration that we also still are learning each other. And when we try to combine lives, it's about compromise or just getting understanding. Because what you used to doing, what I'm used to doing, is two different things.
Absolutely.
But as long as we can make it our thing, I think that makes it the best. But I'm not gonna lie, like when I had posed the question, I got to a place where I was an oversharer when it came to my person, and I was always overly communicative with my person to the point where I feel like I needed to chill because I was so in tune. Well, I felt like I was so in tune with the individual that even when they spoke to me, I already knew what their responses were gonna be. I already anticipated certain responses or reactions where sometimes conversations that I feel like that should have had, I didn't have because I already knew, and I don't think that's okay. I think that I still should have had those conversations because whatever my expectation was could have easily been different because everybody is their own person. Like, just because I feel like you gonna feel this way, you could surprise me. I wasn't feeling this way at all, Gigi. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that, but I didn't. And then I think that allowing myself now not to over communicate, but I want to be able to be like, yo, what you did, I wasn't really feeling that. Let's figure out how we can, because I don't ever want to change someone's persona. Like, you came to me like this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I need you to be Prince Charming because you came to me like this. No, that's for a woman that's looking to try to be a fixer-upper. I'm not. I'm looking for a well-developed land that's just looking for opportunity to build more land, okay? I'm not looking for a plain lot that wants to start building a house. No, I'm coming in with foundation. I want you to come in foundation. Women, I'm not saying women don't. There's not women that don't want that, but for me, it's different.
You talking about big things, right?
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Let's say you don't like to be called.
I don't like to be called shorty.
You don't like the word justification.
No, I don't like when you say it.
But I
don't
keep
like,
saying it.
I don't like the word shorty. Don't call me shorty.
But they keep calling you shorty.
I'm not responding to you no more.
But you want them to change that though, right?
So I'm gonna have the conversation. I'm gonna tell you. The first time you even talk to me and you say I'm letting you know, I will not let it linger for 3 months. You be like, you know what? By the way, you've been calling me shorty.
So you want them to change.
It's not about changing. It's how you address me. That's different. That's not changing. Cause that's a respect thing. Cause that means that either I want you to call me by my name, or we gotta readjust what the little cutesy name is. Some people don't like to be called cutesy names.
Okay.
How does that change?
That's a change. It's you don't want me to call you shorty. You want me to call you something else.
I want you to call me by my name.
It's a change.
No, that's not a name. Okay. First, Greg, I hear where you're coming from, but even on a logical level, on a respect level, even when you meet a stranger, they tell you my name is so-and-so. You're going to give them a name automatically off the bat?
No.
Okay. So when you say, hey, my name is Gigi, you say, okay, shorty, no, I prefer Gigi. Automatically, you already know you're going to call me Gigi.
Oh, see, but this is the thing. Put it in a real situation.
I'm going to check you automatically.
You guys are dating the one for the first time. He says, come here, shorty. And you call him out on it and say, I don't like to be called shorty.
Yes.
Y'all already been seeing each other for the past 6 months.
And he's never called me shorty.
And it's the first time he said it.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I like calling you. I thought it was cute. I wanted to call you shorty. And I don't like it. You want him to change that.
Yes, Greg. What?
That's all I'm saying.
No, Greg, but you're making it seem like I'm asking you to change your whole persona.
No, that's what I classified.
No, when I say change,
and said, do you mean big things?
When I say change, Greg, no, when you say because that's not even minuscule. That's
minuscule.
No, that's common courtesy. Don't call nobody else outside of unless
it's a change. It's a change.
After 6 months, don't call me shorty. Period. Shorty shouldn't even be in a
change.
It's not a change.
I
you
don't
never called
understand.
me that.
Yo,
you never called me that.
Okay, he's never called you a lot of things. If he called you something that you don't like, you're gonna want him to change that.
Okay, Greg.
No.
Okay.
How does that not make sense?
Because I think okay. Because I feel like the conversation is pointless now. For me to try to explain to you what I meant about change.
If he wears a shirt that you don't like, you're not going to want him to change the shirt?
He can do whatever he wants with the shirt. I could just tell him that that's not one of my favorite shirts. I'm not going to tell you to change your clothes. No.
But you want him to. Because you don't like the shirt.
Okay.
That's not a change?
No, because I'm not asking you to change it. I'm just telling you what I don't like.
Okay.
How you refer to me and what you wear are two different things. What you wear is subjective. You could wear whatever you want to do. Like, you could wear whatever, with or without me, you're going to wear whatever you want to wear. But how you address me, that I can control that.
I'm not saying that you can't.
I can't control what you wear.
The action is still a change.
No, what I'm saying is how you respond to me is what I can control. What you wear is not what I want to control.
But you're focused on the wrong thing. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, because that's...
The action is the change.
All right, Greg.
How is that not a logical... Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord, Lord. That's why I asked big things or small things.
Because that's not even a small thing for me. I wouldn't even take someone seriously that think that calling me shorty is okay.
That's fair.
That's part of my thing. Anybody that's listening to me, don't call me shorty. If you do, then I'm just not gonna respond to you. Or mama. I don't respond to that either. Don't call me mama, shorty. I don't do it. It's not a thing for me. Doesn't do anything for me.
Please change the way you address her.
Just call me Gigi. That's good. That's it.
The change will be calling her Gigi.
Gigi.
That's it. I gave you my name on the tag. That's what you should call me. Don't call me nothing else. I don't give you no right to call me anything else.
Baby.
So they can't say bae?
Yeah, I don't mind. But that's still an understanding. And I want to be cognizant. Like, if I'm not into you like that, don't call me that. I'm not going to respond to you. That's not my name.
You saying a person who you're not in a relationship?
No, even if she's in a relationship with him, don't call her shorty.
Yeah, no, if I'm in a relationship
But
or
you're
not.
good with Gigi only.
No, I'm good. You can call me, like, if I'm in a relationship with you or, like, this is a thing, babe and baby is cool. Gigi is great. Don't call me shorty or mama. Those are the only, well, I can't, there's probably other things that I want to be called, but those are things that I know that some males tend to call women. I don't respond to.
Like, I was about to say something real fucked up.
Look, go ahead, Greg.
Nope, not doing that.
Why?
It had nothing to do with you.
Okay, so.
I just don't want to say it out loud.
Alright.
Better to say nothing sometimes. He probably panned it out in his mind real quick.
I did.
Nope. Not even gonna say it. Whatever it was.
It was bad. It was really bad.
Not even.
Alright, well, why was.
Because we was just having a little banter about it. That's all. That's all, Gigi. It's okay. It's all good. We good? All right. You got music for the dialogue? Nice. Welcome. If you have made it to the end of this show, you got some things. You got some things from us. Well, we're at the end of the show. We talk about some new dialogue, things that we have seen this past week or that we've experienced that we just want to share in a little friendly conversation. Anybody like to start us off?
So I just want to say RIP to my son's fish, Goldie the bluefish.
Goldie the bluefish.
The fish was blue?
Yeah.
It's so hard
Like,
I don't know
to
why.
say goodbye
that's creative.
to the blue goldfish.
This song's dedicated to my homie in the gangsta lane. Why you had to go so soon?
I swear, we sing every pod.
It seems like yesterday we were hanging round the hood. No, word is born. I took that joint lightly when Giovanni Fish died, but he really was affected by that. He really like cried out a good one, and I didn't expect that because we have conversations about death all of the time. I'm very, very candid with Giovanni about death and the reality of it. So when just like a human being, when it actually happens, you know, it's real until it's not real until it's real. So when he walked into his room and I said, I just want to let you know real quick, G, yo, Goldie's not here anymore. He was taking his jacket off like, what you talking about?
Like a movie?
What you talking about?
Like a movie scene?
Put that on everything. No, for real. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. No, but for real, like
I was with my ex-girlfriend.
he
I
really,
was about to call, as a matter of fact, the one who said.
No, it was.
No, it was. I was
Oh!
playing over it. No, but he was really hurt. He was destroyed. I had to like pick him up and console him about that. Like, you know, I just felt horrible about it, but he good. He's good now.
Rest
Shout out
in
to
peace,
the
Goldie.
Yeah. The bluefish, yeah.
Shout out to Baby G Knox, man. It's sad. We all experienced that.
And you know what it is? I think that it also just kind of shows you that your son is like also learning like compassion and being like, because obviously he's as he's getting older, there are going to be people that he's going to lose, but he's also seeing these are things that he's attached to, you know, immediately that he's also to lose, and he's processing the idea of grief, and he's able to do that with you, and I think that's really, really dope, because you don't know how things are going to hit you or how close you are to something until you don't have it anymore or it's gone. And so to see how something that you know that you probably didn't even pay attention to, that he was looking forward to every morning, or you know when he was getting home from school, you know, these little achievements that he's just like, I'm about to go feed my fish, like things like that. And now it's just like, oh, it's, oh, you know,
Goldie ain't here no more.
yeah,
Right.
like, ah, like,
It's
and then I think
so
it's even I even think about the idea of like he liked the responsibility, like wanting to go look after it, you know, like looking at it. No, he didn't care about none of that. He was
For
cleaning.
like 2 days.
Oh, that.
Yo, that fish
At
didn't
least he
even
agreed.
exist. It didn't even, at least I thought it didn't even, apparently it did exist in some capacity
Oh,
in
he
his
agreed.
mind.
Yeah.
You know what
Aw.
I'm saying? But he never, ever, like,
I meet you at the
Proactively trying to-
crossroads. You won't be lonely.
I guess it was just a part of the monotony, like just seeing like in his peripheral of the fish moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just so to go in there and just see an empty tank, no water. Like, yo, are you serious? Oh, you are serious. It's gone. And it just set in for.
See you at the crossroads where you won't be lonely.
Every step I take,
Oh,
every move I make,
I'll miss you.
every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Yeah.
Miss you, big.
Every thinking of the day,
Thinking of the day
when you went away.
Ooh.
What a life to take, what a
Bond
bond
to
to break.
break.
I'll be missing you. She was like, hey, one last morning. This
a
for
good
Goldie.
song.
When
On that
this
morning.
fly- oh,
I'm gonna let it rock out.
I was really trying to. Why you ain't just let me finish it and didn't tell me I was wrong?
I would have
thinking-
forgot.
All right.
I would have forgotten.
His life
For real.
is long.
I like that song. You know
It's
what?
a
I'm
good
gonna
song.
put that on my thing because it was like Golden Girls. Oh, okay. Maybe that'll be my next week's question. Like, okay, maybe that'd be morbid. But like for my funeral, like I already know like what songs I want y'all to sing.
You know what I did just now? Oh, someone a long time ago corrected me, and I said one lad morning. That's what I used to say. I used to say one lad morning.
Is it on that morning?
It's on that morning.
Yeah, well that makes sense. I didn't think about that. I just wanted to sing the song.
But I said
It's kinda hold you not around.
lad
Know you were
morning,
heaven,
like little
smiling
lad.
down, watching us while we pray for you. Every day we pray. Who wrote that?
Till the day we meet again, in my
Source
heart's
Money.
where I keep you, friend. Memories give you the strength I need to proceed.
They
Strength I
redeemed
need to
themselves with that
believe.
little flow right there.
My
But
thoughts
that
big as the cancer.
every day we pray for you. I was like,
No, he
So-
started it off. That's he did that. He
He's
did
like
that.
one of the first artists with Rockefeller.
Sauce Money?
He on Reasonable Doubt and like a couple other joints, like two more. One more. He had one more feature. He wasn't on there that long, but Sauce Money did a lot of
on that
stuff
morning.
for Diddy. A couple things, brother.
Every step.
So, on my funeral, just so you guys know and the world knows now, if I die before y'all, I want the Golden Girls theme song sung at my funeral.
You wanted to be sung like that dude?
Yes.
Oh!
The gospel version.
Like
I
You
want
have to get that in writing because no one is gonna believe us.
No.
Now.
We're recording this, and I will have it in writing, so that's not a problem. I also would like "You Are My Sunshine," and now I'll be missing you.
You are my sunshine.
My only sunshine.
Can you sing like Fresh Prince?
You
are my sunshine. My only sunshine. You make me happy.
When
When
skies are
gray.
gray, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
He was bad aggressive.
No, I want you to just chill out. Just
Little boy was like, "Hey,
yes.
little James Brown."
I want you to like slow it down. It's like the other night, dear, while I was sleeping.
There's more words.
I held that. Yeah.
Oh shit! Did not know that at all.
Yeah. So you guys gonna know those songs. So like I have songs that I know that I want to either be played or sung at my funeral for sure. And I think that especially is with men such as music artists as you, maybe if you would try to do a mix for me, maybe if I die first.
A mix?
Yeah, maybe.
She wants you to DJ away.
That'd be so. My funeral.
Oh.
If,
Funeral,
well,
sorry.
yeah, my wedding too, obviously. If it's here.
Oh yeah, I thought it was the funeral like this. You talking about the joint right there?
Yeah. Shout out to my girl Gigi.
Yeah. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even want
You
to
know
play
what I'm
like
saying?
that. We're not about to do that.
Thank you for being a friend,
Oh,
Mr. Rent Money. So we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
You're a pirate, a confidant.
And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would be the biggest gift would be for me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
I can't even hit those notes. He was killing that shit, yo.
That's great.
The wig fell off.
Yes.
That shit was hilarious.
I want y'all to sing that at my funeral. So like those are things that I proactively tell people that I know they're gonna be in my life for a significant amount of time, or at least, I mean, if I die, you're probably still gonna know me. That's something that I would want. So everybody's kind of cognizant of it, so they won't be surprised that if y'all do show up and I die at an untimely manner or before y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I don't want y'all to play that, but yes. Oh, do you have new dialogue, Greg?
Yeah, my new dialogue is focus. Whatever it is, remove the distractions. I had a really good devotion today where it was about Peter walking on water. He started to sink because he lost focus on Jesus. So keep focused, people, or you will start to sink.
Oh, okay. There's no.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No problem.
And I think that we all could implement that even more. That spoke volumes to me because I'm starting to realize, like, you know, I've exerted a lot of energy in certain areas that don't always are warranted. You know, like even like when you say choose your battles, Mr. Rent Money.
Right.
Sometimes there's some conversations that are not. Yo, there's some situations where, and I say this to a lot of people that I deal with at some point in my life, was like the best response is no response sometimes. But I also believe like sometimes when you're not responding, you've allowed someone to then believe that you're accepting everything that they're giving you, and sometimes it's not okay. And when you speak up, it may not always be received the way that you want it to be received, but if you are cognizant of the environment, you realize that people have been quiet for so long, and or they've tried to kind of pacify things for so long. I think it's certain times people need to be held accountable for certain things, and if they're not, then how do you accept even allowing your environment to be the best environment for you? If you don't expect the best out of the people around you, how do you expect them to expect that from yourself? I think that as we are growing in our environment, there's aspirations that we're trying to achieve, and we're also realizing there are going to be things that we're going to have to let go of. There's going to be people that we're going to let go of. And if the people around us aren't giving that same type of energy that you're giving out, I have seen that I'm going to end up in spaces where that's when I need time to retreat, because now I need to replenish my own stuff because I've been pouring out and nobody's pouring into me. But if I'm around people that's pouring into me, just like I'm pouring into you, like, I'll give an example. I think you guys are like one of the best examples, despite even our disagreements, that you guys like poured into me. You've provided me with equipment that has allowed me to excel in certain areas where I didn't think that I was able to do on my own. So thank you, Mr. Rent Money. And Greg, even with our differences, you've been able to speak life into certain situations where you don't even know that you have, that allowed me to perpetuate and allowed me to be more focused on things that I need to do for myself, or make things even feel uncomfortable for me so I can make myself better. And I commend both of you on that, because I couldn't do all of this by myself. So I'm cognizant of that. No, we don't need to say no more names, but you too. Great individual. But at the same time, just to hone in and put a bow on your new dialogue, Greg, is just to focus on all your energy don't need to be used on everything. Prioritize your energy.
Big fact.
And focus on the things that you know that your future self is going to be like, this is what we need to be doing to be great. Stop worrying about the frivolous things. They're not getting you nowhere. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. Oh, shoot. I was searching for my new dialogue. Okay, so my new dialogue is two things. One's a show and one's a book. So I've been looking and tapping into this show called Reasonable Doubt that's on Hulu. I think it's actually pretty good. It caught my attention to the point where I've watched it more. I watched the episode more than once just because I wanted to make sure that I was...
It's a spin-off of the movie, right?
I don't know.
The movie Reasonable Doubt with the guy was pretending that he was crippled, and then he was talking to the cops about a murder or something, and he was actually
innocent.
Or in the movie, I think he actually did it. He lied, saying he pretended to be crippled, but then at the end, the limp goes away. And he started walking up straight, and the cop ran outside, and he sees him like, hey, and he just ran up. That's how the movie went off. But you saying Reasonable Doubt? I'm saying like
okay. So let me read to you what it is, because even though the title of the movie sounds familiar, I don't want to say that it's just a show. So it possibly could be, but I'm not.
It's like courts and cops or something.
Yeah, so it says Jack Stewart, which is the woman role in this storyline, is known to be the most brilliant, fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the justice system at every chance she gets. She's judged for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until she's needed, which is very interesting when I think about the storylines that I choose that I like, because the women are very interesting.
Comes from the movie.
Okay, so in this character, the main character is a defense attorney, obviously, that I read, and this is just the beginning. I've only seen 2 episodes. I think there's 4 out, but she is a mother. She's also a wife, but she's also separated, and she's kind of navigating through life, and you kind of see her drive, you see her directness, you see her what is the mischievousness? What is the word when she is mischievousness? And also her capabilities to make you believe what she wants to believe. I didn't think I was going to really be into the show, but it definitely caught my attention. I'll definitely keep you guys posted if it's something that continues to keep my attention. But for the first 2 episodes, like I said, I ran it back more than once. And we'll tap into it next week, and I'll let y'all know how I feel about it. And the next thing is a book. And this book, I want to say, shout out to you, Shan. Maybe I got this book from you. I want to say I got it from you.
When do you find time to read?
I have Audible, so just like I listen to podcasts, I play it like that. So it drives, morning times, like that. So before I actually liked having a book in my hand, but I realized my life doesn't equip if in order for me to actually be
Do they like
productive.
act it out? Like, is it like?
They're just reading the book. Oh, so okay. So depending on the books that you're reading, if it's a good book, and that's the hit or miss when it comes to audio books. If they don't do it right, you can miss the whole story. Because if just like with podcasting, if you don't sound right, nobody not gonna. Even if you have great content, it's hard for me to listen to you. And if you sound squeaky, you're not gonna really get that information. So when there's a lot of characters, if they're using more than one reader, you're able to technically tell the difference. Or if sometimes it's one reader but they try to change the inflection in their voice so they can try to tell you the difference between the characters. So it really just depends on the book. It's really a hit or miss. But any book that I knew, there was like this one book, I don't know, it was like I want to say it was a book written by a black author, but it was a white man reading it, and it was really, really bad. It was really, really bad. He was like, "Ain't no shorty," and I was like, "This is not it. Don't be a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch." I said, "No, I'm not doing this anymore." There's no inflection in the voice. Like, it was just a steady read. Like, they literally let a computer read it. Like, it was really, really bad.
He was reading that through them glasses like this.
Yeah, like
Bad.
yeah.
He started to sing the lyrics from ATL. Womp that trick. Womp that trick.
Get him. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. But yeah. But nonetheless, so the book is called "Don't Believe Everything You Think" by Joseph Nugan. And I want to say, like, at first I was just like, what book am I about to read? And the book was about, I want to say it's about 3 hours. Listen, I still have probably got like 20, maybe 30 minutes left to listen to, but the scope of the book was basically explaining to myself that thinking actually hinders anyone from doing anything. Thinking is actually usually a negative process. When something is good that's happening, it's usually not a thought, it's just a feeling, and you feel it and you go through it and then you move forward. But when something negative happens, you start going into your thoughts, and then that's when you start perpetuating other negative things. You start going deeper into this hole because now you start thinking. I didn't think about it that way. I never saw it that way. It didn't even make any sense to me till I realized there was a moment where, even through this week, where I had a situation, and once the situation ended, I started going into my thoughts, and I realized my thoughts made me more angry. But if I would have just stopped my thoughts at that moment, the feeling would have dissipated. You would have moved forward, and it would have been fine. And it's so crazy how, one, it's not something that's easily mastered. It's not. You have to be cognizant, very cognizant of your awareness and your responses. But it helps you realize when you are in those moments and you are starting to spiral, or you are in your thoughts, that if you do just stop thinking, because your thoughts is not what's happening. Your thoughts is not what had happened. And if it did happen, it happened already. So it's you re-traumatizing yourself is not allowing you to heal the process. So if you stop thinking, and even if you're allowing yourself to heal from the process, that feeling becomes minuscule than it did at that moment. It dissipates. You now start navigating in a space of aspiration than desperation. Because when you're frustrated and you want to respond, and I've been there, that's more of a desperation, because now you're angry. You're worrying off your immediate reaction and not the reaction that's going to better of the future or whatever idea or process you're trying to evoke. And what that also put in perspective for me is that I need to continue, because this was something that I used to do all the time, was read. Like, outside of listening to podcasts, I always tried to feed my mind. I didn't really care for the self-help books, but I liked, I read like Henrietta Lacks at one point in time, or I do like some fiction where I read The Girl on the Train. Like, I do like stories. I even like listening to stories. I think that's why I like our conversations, because I think certain things happen because things have happened to us. So even whether it's a topic or even just conversations that come from our topics, it's all about our experiences. And to put it all in a bow, Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, check that out. And
You don't think there's good thoughts and bad feelings?
what, you give me an example.
Just a good thought. Like, I had a good thought today. Or I feel really bad.
What?
Because you said stop thinking. Maybe I just misunderstood what you said. You said the book said to
Don't believe everything you think. So
when you start thinking,
yes.
bad things happen.
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I said when bad things happen, you start thinking, which does not help you heal. Like,
I think the first time I promise you that's the first time you said it. You said when you start to think bad things happen.
no,
That's
said
why I was confused.
no. The book, like, because I know the summary of the book is when good things happen to you, you don't not even that you don't, because obviously I guess a thought process goes it, but you're more into feeling in that moment. Just like when you feel good, when you eat something good, right? But when bad things happen to you, you start thinking. I call it going into your bag. You start thinking about that thought, about that thought. You start just
Rabbit hole.
going in. Yes, and that doesn't help you, because all these thoughts that you're actually thinking hasn't even happened. Right?
Sure.
You start creating these scenarios or the thought process, and it hasn't happened, which promotes anxiety, which gets us into fear, which brings us into doubt, which sometimes ultimately hinders us from even being our greatest selves. Because
So
then,
you're saying when something bad has happened, you should stop thinking.
yes,
Okay.
yes, that's the title. The title of the book is "Don't Believe Everything You Think." Obviously, there's going to be good things that are happening, but the idea is that when bad things are happening, which I've seen in life, is that when you have a bad interaction or anything bad has happened to you, you're not in a space where I'm still this great person. Especially if, even, I'm going to give you the example, even when you got stopped, right? You know that you technically didn't do anything wrong, even though when you thought about all the things that you could have did wrong, right?
Sure.
Until you asked what you did wrong, and there wasn't anything except something that you didn't even think about, right?
Okay.
And so even at that moment, she made you feel like you were doing something wrong, even though you didn't. You were already in your thoughts, already giving yourself justifications or reasonings. I was speeding too fast. Anything except what you actually got stopped for. All your thoughts.
Yeah.
But when it actually played out, it was nothing that you thought about. It was something that was not even on your mind. And if you would have, and so the book in that exercise would have said, right, just take a moment before you even go into your spot. Which again, it always tells you, like, it's a human nature for you to automatically think that way. But if you're cognizant about it, you don't spiral. You're allowed to tell yourself to relax, take a moment and breathe. And so if you would have, once you would have read the book and that would have happened,
Essentially, build a bridge.
there we go, Greg. So yeah, those are my things for this week, and it was really good, and it just made me want to just read more books, feed my mind, feed my soul, and just allow myself, like you said, to just focus on things that's gonna just be of the betterment of me and not be the detriment of me. So
Oh, cool.
yes. So are we moving on? Is that it?
Yep, you was the last person.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen,
finally.
loved ones, co-workers, and friends. If you made it this far, we appreciate you, appreciating us, and everything that we have involved with you this evening. We're on episode 88, very close to episode 100, and I think that you're really seeing that
89.
89. 89?
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Sorry. Okay, 89. And wow, we're really, really close to 100. And we're really seeing that we're going to do this. We're going to be here for y'all. We're going to tune into y'all no matter the cost. And with that being said, Greg, you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
You can find me on the social networks, Greg Nelson 26, and follow the pod on Twitter at justaconvo_pod.
Justaconvo_pod.
Y'all.
Awesome. And
I'm working on my deep voice.
Keep working on it, Greg. Mr. Rent Money, you want to let them know how they can find you?
All right. So what I'm about to say, it may go over a couple of your heads. Pause. But when you actually listen to my instructions, you'll get what I'm saying is actual, factual, and I'm being honest, the real deal, Holyfield. If you pick up your phone, your device is already in your hand. You go to Google and you type in Mr. Rent Money. I promise you, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
And guess what else will be there? The podcast.
Justaconvo_pod.
All the information, anything that's associated with me will be in the search engine when you type in Mr. Rent Money. You can put a dot next to the Mr. Or if you want to switch it up, you don't feel like putting a dot, you can just put Mr. Rent Money. Either or, it's going to pop right up.
Dot or not.
Hit me up.
Awesome. And my amazing individuals, you can find me on Twitter at gcarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. Y'all, it's been a blast. It's been amazing. It's been a time. I just want to let y'all know that we can't stop, won't stop. So tune in again to another episode. And don't forget to go be great. Gigi.